Let's break down this division, get our guys in. Danny Kanell, our quarterback, jumps aboard out in Vegas. Our professional is Kenny White. This is a division I'm going to try to play more against than on, but who's your over team, Danny Kanell, of these four? Rams, 10.5, Arizona, 9, San Francisco, 10, and Seattle at 6.
You know how I feel about the Rams. I don't want to touch that one. Just a Super Bowl hangover, I think, is looming for them. I'm going to go San Francisco for my over in that 10-win total. They were 10-7 this past year. I think they're going to be better this year. I know there's questions around the quarterback, but I trust the culture and the identity of this team. They want to run the football. They want to be physical. And if Trey Lance isn't ready to play, they got Jimmy Garoppolo right there. They haven't done anything with him yet. He's still there, and he's a pretty good game manager.
You think he'll be on the roster week 1? You think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be there and be an insurance policy?
It's looking more and more like that. I mean, the longer he's on that roster, the longer you have to believe that. I mean, the opportunity to move him was probably around the draft. I think he probably will. And again, it goes back to the trust that I have in John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan to do the right thing and to play the right guy. So I'm going to take the 49ers at the over here. I'm not a believer in Arizona. Seattle we'll get to in a minute. And the Rams I don't like as the Super Bowl defending champ. I think there's a hangover there. So I like the 49ers for the over.
I wrote 49ers, crossed it out, wrote Rams, crossed it out, wrote 49ers, crossed it out, wrote Rams, crossed it out, wrote 49ers, ended up crossing it out, writing Rams last. I think they're the best team in this division by a lot. I'm with you. I don't like betting on the Super Bowl winner, but the Super Bowl winner is a little better than the Super Bowl loser, and it's more an anti-Seattle, anti-Arizona play for me. And I don't know, maybe the quarterback position implodes, and then it's pretty easy walk for the Rams. I'll take the Rams over. Kenny White.
EK, you can cross out the Rams one more time and then write San Francisco and be on board with Danny and I. So and then all three were on the same page. I'm in the same boat with Danny. It's I think the organization will do the right thing. They're going to play the right guy. So for me, I think Jimmy Garoppolo right now, I've got him rated 3 points higher than Trey Lance. So I think Garoppolo plays, and I think over the course of mini camps and the preseason, he wins the job. If he doesn't win the job, I think the 49ers are smart enough and smarter than me, then maybe those two are a little closer than what I think. So if that happens, I will bring Garoppolo's rating down a little, Trey Lance's rating up a little, and then I'll adjust as the season goes. But I do believe this will be the over team. I think they're the most well-coached team, and in talent-wise, they are right there with the Rams.
I was very disappointed to see Arizona at 9. I wanted to play them under. I was going to run to the window. I mean, they won 11 last year. I didn't believe it. I thought they'd be at 10, maybe 9.5. But at 9, they have to have a losing record for us to cash that ticket. So I'm going to go to Seattle as my under team. I mean, they're at 6, so they got to go 7-10 to beat me. They may be an underdog in every game in this division. I don't think they're going to 7-10. And I may be a push, but I don't think I'm going to lose this. I'm going to take Seattle. Danny Kanell.
I'm with you. Take Seattle. I think it's clear they're in rebuild mode. When they moved on from Russell Wilson, who's their quarterback going to be? I'm not a believer in Drew Lock. Struggling in Denver. Where's he going to do there? They clearly want to run the football and try to get back, but they're a couple years away from being a team that's going to be competitive again. I almost feel like this is one of those teams that might not mind getting a better draft selection. You know, I'm not saying they're going to tank, but it wouldn't be the worst case in the world if they finished with 4 wins, well under the loss total there for them, and come in with a better selection for a quarterback of the future. I don't think it exists on that roster. They went with a tackle out of Mississippi State in the draft that's a pass blocking tackle, but they want to run the football. There's just a couple things here that make me a little bit wary of where Seattle is right now, and I think they're going to really see just how much Seattle was being propped up by Russell Wilson, who I still think is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. So I'll take the under on the Seahawks.
Now, we showed you the miles. Now, keep in mind, Seattle's always number 1 in miles. And they've been good. Yeah. I mean, they've been playoffs 100 years in a row, being number 1 in miles. But now it's a different group that has to do this. So, I mean, there may be some adjustment there. You want to go somewhere else, or are you going to join us in the anti-Seattle party over here, Kenny?
You can bring up great points with him. I would bet Seattle under. Only way I could bet that total. And, you know, there's just so many question marks. Worst quarterbacking room in the NFL probably right now with Locke and Smith. And Danny bringing up, that's what my thought was. Pete Carroll is going to run the football, play conservative, run the clock, shorten games, and their first draft pick is a pass blocking left tackle. So it didn't make any sense to me either. But I'm looking at Arizona. I'm going to go under. I know, EK, you wanted a higher number. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. I just don't think anything's right in Arizona. They got off to a great start last year, under the radar, and then kind of fell apart late. I just don't think they get off to that great of a start this year. They're in a division with the Rams and 49ers. They play second most difficult schedule in the NFL this year. I don't see them getting 9. I think they win 8, but I don't think they get the 9.
Very quickly, Kenny, who wins the division, the Rams or the Niners?
I'm going to take the 49ers.
Okay,
I think the Super Bowl hangover.
Okay. Let's take a look at the recap. Here's Danny Kanell has to say. He also likes the Niners to win the division. He'll go Seattle under, he'll go the Niners over. And look, we have that at 10 now. That 49ers is 10, so he's going to win at 11, which he would at 10 or 10.5, but he's not going to lose if they go 10-7. He will push there. Well done, Danny Kanell.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.